Hey guys, so I've started to get a lot of questions from intermediate / early advanced players, which I actually honestly did not expect, but I thought I would answer the most popular question I've been getting so far, which is about vibrato. Vibrato is actually a highly debated topic in the flute community, world, whatever you want to call it. So this video is only going to be about my opinion about what vibrato is and how to execute it well. Other flutists might think differently because I'm starting to realize that there are actually real flutists watching my videos, so don't shoot me. Alright, so that's out of the way. Let's get right into it. What is vibrato? Have you ever heard singers go like, whoa? That little like warbly thing that they're doing? That is vibrato. Vibrato is basically a type of coloring. At least in the Baroque era, they actually used to use it the way we use trills these days. It was just sort of like a little decoration. There are actually different kinds of vibrato. You got fast, slow, deep, shallow. There's actually a specific method that's taught to almost all flutists when learning how to execute vibrato, me being the exception. When I learned vibrato, my teacher, she was only a teenager. The pieces that I was going to play, she always played them for me. I would always hear this kind of like shimmery thing, so I was like, what is that? She delayed me for 3 weeks, but I asked her every single week how to do it. I think by the 4th time that I asked her, she finally relented. But basically all she did was watch. I only found out years later that she probably didn't even really know how to teach it, so she was trying to not teach it to me. I think it wasn't until my 2nd or 3rd year that I actually finally learned it the proper way. So here's how you do it. Take your metronome. If you don't know what a metronome is, a metronome just does this. Helps you keep the beat. That's all it does. Most music students will probably tell you a whole bunch of horror stories of wrong times that their metronomes went off. Mine went off once in a packed bus. I think everyone thought I had a bomb on me. You can set it up or down, however fast you are practicing your piece or etude or whatever you're doing. Funny story about how I actually got this specific metro tuner, meaning that it's a metronome and a tuner in one. I won't name the store, but I went to a music store and I asked them if they had metro tuners. The girl at the counter was like, "What instrument do you play?" I play the flute. Flutes don't need tuners. So you got your metronome, okay? So this is how you do it. I'm going to set it to a pretty slow beat. I'm gonna set it to 60 beats per minute. Basically, this is going every 1 second. 1,000, 2,000. You basically pulsate your air to the beat. I know it feels really strange, but it'll work, trust me. When you get used to that, all you do is you crank up the speed. Let's crank it up to, I don't know, 65. And then crank it up again. Let's skip a few. Let's go up to 75. By the way, this is a fantastic way of annoying your sibling or your roommates, especially roommates that you don't like. We're gonna crank it up to 160. That is still pretty slow vibrato, as you can probably tell. What you do then is you crank it all the way back down, and then you do 2 pulses per beat. Let's go to 85. Again, crank it all the way up. Let's go to 120. I don't know if you could tell, but that actually sounded more like real vibrato than the previous ones. When it comes to wind instruments, it does feel a little bit weird to be pulsating your air like that, so you have to actually practice it in order to get used to it. Because it's not like singing where you just kind of go, oh! So that is how you do it. Do it slowly, crank it up, a couple of notches every day, and then each day you always crank it back down a few notches below where you left off the day before. That way you can sort of gradually increase. Obviously, the more you practice, the faster you'll be able to get your vibrato up to speed. This way of practicing, even professionals still do it now, because this is a great way to make sure that you can vary the tempo of your vibrato. Not all pieces really call for fast vibrato all the time. You have to be able to vary the speed of your vibrato according to whichever piece you're playing. So now for a couple of things to look out for while you're learning vibrato. You don't want to focus too much on just pulsating the air within your mouth, just going. If you do that too much, you're going to end up sounding like a meaty flute. Or if you focus too much on your throat, you'll end up sounding like a sheep. On the other end of the spectrum, because vibrato is basically the pitch wavering like this, you don't want to do that too much or else you're gonna make everyone seasick. Basically, the trick to natural sounding vibrato is to think of how you feel if you were to sing it. Because, people don't sing like. Can you imagine if someone actually sang like that? It's Friday, Friday, gotta get down on Friday. So anyway, those are my thoughts on vibrato and how to learn vibrato. Agree? Disagree? If you would like to give your input, please comment below. I don't mind if we start a little debate down there. Actually, that would be kind of cool. If you want to ask me more questions, I am on Facebook and on Twitter. And if you want to catch my upcoming video, which is an interview with the very lovely, very amazing Viviana Guzman, the founder of the San Francisco Flute Festival, please click subscribe and I will see you there. Bye! You actually use this to swab out your piccolo without dismantling. Or what do you call it? Dismember? Dismantle? Disassemble. Disassemble. Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Okay, how do you do vibrato? Oh man, do vibrato just doesn't sound right. Fail. Yeah, see, totally seasick. I totally banged into my bookshelf. Hopefully one of those takes worked. Oh my god. Okay.